Hello, my name is Murli Prahalad, and I'm the president and CEO of Iridia. Our mission is to enable a verifiable world with cryptographic data polymers. Today, with the advances in quantum computing, we can't be certain what's secure. Trusted encryption algorithms such as RSA-256 and AES-256 will be compromised. Similarly, with advances in AI, we can't be certain what's real. Today, entire files can be created with AI or modified with it. So we believe it's imperative to protect digital information by storing it in molecular forms that are resistant to quantum and AI attack. Iridia is unique because we've pioneered a quantum secure data technology whereby we can write any binary information in synthetic DNA molecules that are quantum resistant. Because they're made in a truly random chemical process and DNA has no electronic attack surface. In parallel, we've pioneered something called physical blockchain technology, whereby we can write any blockchain data using cryptographic DNA molecules in a manner that directly bridges the digital and physical worlds and enables Web3 applications with physical security guarantees. In other words, we can create a world of self-authenticating objects and materials. You can start by minting a digital ID, such as an NFT, but also adding additional metadata. We can then take all that information and reduce it to its constituent binary and write that binary in cryptographic molecular form using enzymes and robots. Once the molecules are made, we can shield them in silica nanoparticles that can be dispersed uniformly into any paint, ink, coating, or 3D printable polymer. They remain stable in that liquid form, but then can be applied to objects or materials where they will dry or harden, but leaving the data behind. So now I can apply data to ores coming out of a mine, put it in coatings on aerospace parts, crop dust it onto fields, or even put it into inks that are used to sign memorabilia. The use cases are nearly limitless. You can then authenticate objects or materials by removing the beads from ores or chemicals, or gently swabbing discrete objects to obtain enough beads for verification. Samples can then be sent to a central lab for authentication or read in field with sub $5,000 reading devices that are commercially available today. We can then ascertain whether the DNA detected from the object corresponds to NFTs we know we've written. The chances of a false positive match are 1 in 10 to the 1144th power. The first application we intend to deploy with this technology and address is the challenge of counterfeits and pirated goods and their impact on global supply chains. Today, there's no supply chain, whether it be commercial or military, unimpacted by this problem. Anti-counterfeiting technologies today are a $200 billion market that's rapidly growing, and there's a broad range of technologies available to address them, all of which are better than nothing, none of which are good enough, and none of which will be able to resist the attack of quantum and AI technologies. Iridia's technology is the only one that actually bridges the digital and physical world in a one-for-one manner, where you can embed copious metadata and do it all in a covert and microscopic way, where the data is retained physically in the object in the form of these polymers, as opposed to a database that can be corrupted. These identities can stay stable in liquid or solid forms, and the cost of copying a single 32-byte NFT hash is over $18 billion. We've created a world-class enzymology to write this information, create an entire encoding and decoding data pipeline to write any file in this molecular form, and created a manufacturing suite where we can write the molecules as well as then shield them in the silicon nanoparticles. We built an entirely new class of molecular encryption and then tested this technology in a broad range of materials, from wall paints to artist paints, signature pens, to 1 and 2D industrial barcode printers. We've also continued to voraciously patent this technology along the way. Today, we're aiming at a few high-value beachhead markets, from memorabilia and high-end spirits, metals and mining, and bulk and specialty chemicals. We also believe we have a large upside potential in government and military applications, as well as the opportunity to instantiate physically digital currencies. In the end, this business represents a specialty chemicals business with SaaS margins that can lead us to profitability in the short term, and we have a leadership team and a board of directors with a proven track record of execution and delivering exceptional shareholder returns. Thank you.